Okay. Hi guys. I am eating African food. I have my Coke over here. I got Ghana Fufu. It's like the yellow one, and then this one is regular Fufu, which is the pounded yam. Then I got the chicken light soup, and it's from Ghana, and then this is the Egusi. Oops. So that's what it looks like. I don't know if you can see this one. They gave us coleslaw. Let's go. Sweet coleslaw, different. We also have, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna pronounce this wrong, jollof rice. There's the Nigerian one, and then there's the one that's Ghana, and they're different flavors. So I'm gonna try this first. Oh my, I thought this, oh, my bad. All right, that's what it looks like.
These forks are weak.
The forks are weak? Why, what happened? Can I use your fork then? I don't know where my fork went. Oh, it's in my coleslaw. Oh my gosh. Okay. It smells really good. So it comes with chicken. You can pick your protein. So I just did chicken for everything because you can't go wrong with chicken. There's like green beans in here, and oh, there's corns and peas. My husband's right here to the side. He don't want to be in the video because he's lame. Wait, I want to try the chicken first. Hold on. Sorry. I've been making him wait because I was setting up the camera and I was doing a bunch of other stuff. The chicken's really good. Oh, sorry. It's different flavor. Okay. What do you think? You don't like that one?
I like mine better.
This one? This one's like lighter in flavor. I wonder if this is... I think that's the Ghana one then. This is probably the Nigerian one. This one's yummy too. Can I have a little bit of your chicken? But my main thing is I really want to try the Egusi, which is this one, which it's it says it is blended melon seeds in a flavorful soup. I also got 2 different types of yams, or not yams, the fufu. I actually was supposed to get like 3, but they forgot the other one. It's okay. I could be wrong, honestly. I don't know which one's which, but they're both really good. I feel like this one's a little bit more spicier. Has a bit more of a spice, no?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Did you like the chicken in this one or no?
I like this one better. That was still really good, but I like this one.
Well, since I got both, now we're gonna have to figure out which one is that one when we order next. Okay. I am going to talk about my miscarriage and everything that has happened, and so I washed my hands prior to doing all this, so but I've had a few miscarriages in my entire life, pregnancy. Wait, not my entire. Well, yeah, my entire life, right? Am I saying this right? I feel like I'm saying this wrong. I don't know what I'm saying. My husband's just eating. He's so hungry. But earlier, he was not hungry. He was like, I'm full. I'm full from Taco Bell. I'm full. I'm full. And then he was pestering me. Are we gonna eat now? Are we gonna eat now? Are we gonna eat now? Wait, so when I get mad at you, you get depressed and you get hungry?
Yep. Accurate. Exactly how the timeline follows.
So I microwaved this earlier, but me and my sister got into a heated argument a little bit earlier. Well, not a heated argument. She was upset with me. This smells like... I don't know what it smells like. I don't know how to explain it. But I guess you're supposed to just put it in and just swallow. You don't like chew.
I would chew. I choke. You want it built like that.
I don't know how to describe this, but the fufu is good. I'm gonna try it by itself. Doesn't it really taste like anything? I'm not sure how to describe this flavor. I can't just swallow. I don't know how to do this. I don't understand. How do you just swallow this? Because that's what you're supposed to do, but like I don't know how to just...
I wouldn't.
But no, it's so easy to...
Until you start choking.
Yeah, that's true.
And the title of the video will change real quick.
I don't know if I like this. I'm gonna try it with my fork. I know that's like not culturally acceptable, okay, but I need to try this by itself. I mean, I could have totally used my fingers. I know that. Okay, I like it by itself, but the fufu changes the flavor. Wait. Hold on. I know this is totally not acceptable, but you guys, I'm just gonna do this, okay? I'm sorry. Wait, what? Because at first I thought I didn't like it, but like, wait, I'm...
Come on.
I don't know. I'm like indifferent about the Egusi. I don't know. This one smells really good. I'm gonna try this one with the fufu. Smack. Right. This one's a little bit more watery. You guys can see. So. Hands down, I like this one. The chicken light soup. Ooh. It's really good. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna eat this. I don't really like it. I think that's what I've come to. I don't really like it. Oh, it's kind of spicy. Okay. Oh my god, you guys are gonna hear that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, that's different. I don't know why it's different. It's really good. You want to try this? You're not gonna like this, but you want to try this one? It's good.
We need more coleslaw.
After you eat your coleslaw?
Just give me a small bite later.
When's later?
Just save me a bite.
It's spicy. This reminds me of like a spicy Cambodian soup or something. This is so good. I think I like it with the Ghana one. I mean, it is a chicken light soup. Ghana dish. Also, I was gonna get the banka, which is cassava and corn, but they didn't put it in the bag, so. Oh.
You need a napkin?
Please. Thank you.
Ooh, DOG. Looks so sad.
You sure? This spicy
Will you
one.
save your life
Like right now or like?
whenever you're done? Well, right now, doesn't matter.
Oh, okay.
always-
Which one do you want? I think it tastes better with this one. Just a small bite, like this big.
Yeah.
Do you want chicken or just a soup?
Everything, please.
Everything? Okay. I'm dying. It's good though. Oh my gosh. Chicken. I'm sorry guys. I told you I was gonna talk to you about my miscarriage and stuff, but I'm so distracted. I don't know why I can't handle my spice right now. Usually I can eat freaking spicy noodles and, you know, be okay. Well, I mean, I'd still be like, but like, I wouldn't be like salivating right now. Why is this so hard? This is so hard. Okay, I'm gonna have to feed this to you, love. Oh no, wait. I can put this on a spoon. Here you go.
Oh. I know.
Be careful. Yeah, right? It's good, right? They gave me like my eyeball. They gave me a huge chicken. There's like another one in the container that we got. I split this from the other container because I knew I wasn't gonna finish it all. So I don't know about you guys, but I like eating the little skin and stuff off the. What are these called? Flats? I don't know. Anyways, I think the reason why I want to talk about my miscarriage is because I was telling my husband earlier today, saying like, I think after I kind of like talk to you guys or talk to my camera while my husband is listening, I think I will feel better, like something has been lifted off my chest kind of thing, you know? But basically, I found out I was pregnant and I was super excited. This was like, I want to say like maybe after, well, it's after Thanksgiving, but not December yet. So like, I want to say maybe like 4 or 5 days after Thanksgiving. And what ended up happening was like, so after I found out, I was super excited and stuff. They scheduled an ultrasound on the 4th of January, so literally like this month. And then when I went in, like they said that I should have been like at least like 8 or 9 weeks by then, you know. And you guys can look this up, but like the heart starts to develop at like I think 4 or 5 weeks or something like that, or even earlier. But anyhow, so they tried to do like an ultrasound on my belly, and then from there, they couldn't find, like, I'm not saying they couldn't find like the embryo or like the baby. It was like very hard to see. So they did like a trans vag, which is like going through my hoo-hoo, and that was like a better picture, and I could see like the kind of like the baby forming. Like I could see the head and like the little arms that was about to like start forming and stuff like that. And but they kept on like scanning over and over, just like from head to toe, just like along the spine and stuff, to see if they could like see a heart. And there was no heart, and then, or like no heartbeat, like just to like get it. And so it was just like, what the heck? And the doctor who was there, she was like, okay, let me get like a second opinion, make sure to double check my work and stuff. I'm like, yeah, that's fine. The other doctor who came in, he did his work, and he was like, okay, he introduced himself and everything. But honestly, after that, I was like in a daze almost. Like I was just like, please find something. I was just like, oh my gosh, like I just want to see like a heart. I just want to hear something. And unfortunately they didn't. And so then I was like, okay. And I know my options. There's either you take a pill which will help you pass all the byproducts of being pregnant. So like when you become pregnant, there like you have like the embryo or like the baby, the fetus, and then you have like the placenta, and then I forgot what the third one was. Anyhow, there's like 3 or 4 things, or I think it's 3 things. I don't know. You guys didn't look this up, but basically, I need to like the pill helps you like make you pretty much pass everything, and it's like kind of like a period almost. But then are you gonna fall asleep?
No, I'm staying awake. I might close my eyes for a second.
Okay, well then turn off the anime then. Because you're gonna fall asleep. I already know you. My husband's literally going to sleep right now. After he ate, he's literally on the couch, even though he's supposed to do this mukbang with me. Now I'm mad at him. Anyways, so I heard you. I'm gonna throw this fufu at you.
It'll probably stick to my forehead.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping.
Your accuracy is unrealistic with that.
Anyways, but so I was like in a daze, and pretty much like they're like, let's like, cause oh wait, no, I was talking about the pill, and basically the pill helps you pass byproducts. There's surgery where they go in and they get everything out, or you can let your body do it naturally. Before having my daughter, so I've had 3 miscarriages, and both my son and my daughter are my rainbow babies, and I'm really hoping I get pregnant again and I'll have another rainbow baby. But it just seems like a weird trend where it's like every other, I don't know, it's like super weird. And before having my daughter, I had a miscarriage, and that was really scary. Like I pretty much was bleeding out, and I didn't realize, because I went to my doctor and everything, and I was like, hey, so and then they did the ultrasound. They kind of like, it wasn't the same thing, because that one was a chemical pregnancy where she my midwife was explaining like when the egg and the sperm like had fertilized, it just didn't develop or whatever, and so they call it a chemical pregnancy. But with that one, I was still like there was still like the uterus was growing and stuff like that, and so I still had some byproducts of stuff or whatever. And so I was like, okay, I just want to pass it along. But that one, my husband found me on the floor. Like I literally almost died with my last miscarriage before my daughter. So when like fast forward to now, like, or when I like had the 3rd miscarriage, I was like, after the realization of like, okay, like baby is not there, or like, you know, there's no heartbeat, like baby is there but there was no heartbeat, like, you know, it just wasn't meant to be or whatever, I was just like, oh my gosh. And then I was just like low-key panicking, like, okay, what do I do, what's gonna happen, am I gonna die again or almost die again? And with that, I was just like, okay, I know my options, because I was given them before. So I told her, I was like, I really want to do surgery. And literally she's like, okay, the surgery won't be for like another few days, like probably maybe Monday or maybe Tuesday. And I was just like, my husband's on like this thing for the military or whatever, and like this whole detail, and so he can't drive me home because they would have to put me under. So I was just like, who's gonna drive me? So I called my sister. I was like, hey, are you working? And she's like, I'm not working tomorrow. And pretty much like Thursday I found out, and then literally the next day, Friday, I was having surgery. It was just like that quick of a turnaround. And I was just like, oh my gosh. And then afterwards, after all that happened, I was, you know, they told me the aftermath of like, okay, after the surgery, like you're still gonna be bleeding and stuff like that, whatever, this is what you should look out for or whatever. So like a whole week and like a week and a half actually, I was like bleeding, still cramping, still feeling weird, and like, but honestly I felt numb, just like to everything. I was just like, oh, okay, like this happened. And I went to therapy, or not went, I'm still like, I continuously do therapy, but so I had a therapy appointment, so I talked to my therapist about it, and I was just like, I don't know. And she put it in the right words, like, you just feel numb right now because it was so fast. And I was just like, yeah, you're right. And so it was literally insane. Just, I was like, oh my gosh. And then for a week and a half, you know, I was just kind of going through the motions. I felt like I wasn't like grieving, but now that it's been like a few weeks from all of that, honestly, everything's been a blur. I have been just like, okay, like, just when I feel sad, I just feel it. I feel sad. And then when, you know, I'm happy, I feel happy or whatever. Like, I just let it come. And then those are the days that I just, you know, need a little bit more love, and my husband is there. But literally, when I came home on Thursday, like, I will tell you something so sweet. My son is just incredibly smart for his age, but he's just so sweet. So he's 3. He doesn't talk. He has a speech delay right now, and he goes to speech therapy and stuff, but that's besides the point. So it's kind of pertinent to the story, though. So I came home, and, you know, my husband was asking, like, oh, hey, why is your sister coming down? Because, you know, she usually doesn't come down with without her husband and stuff. And so he's like, hey, why, you know, what's going on? Like, is she just coming to visit, or is she, like, you know, what's going on? And so I was like, I'm having surgery tomorrow. And then he's like, wait. And then that's when he's like, oh, no, you know, like the whole thing of like, oh, what happened, and da-da-da-da-da. I didn't even make it to like our couch. I was just at the front door near the stairs, and I just walked over to the stairs and just bawled, and just like, not fell down, but like I was just like pretty much just laying on the couch, and just like, or not the couch, the stairs, and just being like, oh my gosh, like, this is terrible, and just like, I can't believe my body did this, you know, just like kind of like at the time like blaming myself, and just being like, why did that happen to me? And, you know, it just like, why does it keep being a thing and whatever. Also, I really want to eat this, so hold on. Okay. I'm sorry. Use my husband's fork. But so I was just crying, and I forgot it's spicy. My kids have never seen me cry like that. Like, they're like, what the heck? Like, my daughter was just like staring at me like, why are you crying? My son, he was like patting me and petting me, and I was just like, just bawling. And like, you know, Michael was talking to me, and he's just being there as a support. He's like, it's okay, you know, it just wasn't meant to be at the time. And like, you know, like maybe it's because like, so everybody knows who know me, I just really want twins. I want twins so bad. And so my husband's like, you know, that baby knew like, oh, their like sibling wasn't there, so that's why, you know, like you didn't have baby or whatever, like that's why you didn't, you know, it's not your fault, like they just weren't ready because they're like, where's my sibling? And like, you know, he's just talking through me. Malachi disappears, and like I noticed, but I was just like, you know, still like crying and everything. And I'm like hyperventilating, you know, and just like crying and just, you know, just honestly just literally just broken. And then my husband's like, okay, you gotta calm down, you know, you gotta breathe, because he didn't want me passing out and stuff like that, because whenever I cry like really really hard, I would literally just pass out, like I don't know why. And so he's like, okay, calm down, like take a breath, like breathe. And then I'm like, okay. Sorry, my camera.
Watch out, I'm gonna take this, okay?
There's food here.
Can you move it? It'll take a few seconds.
You have to be comfortable right now. The audacity, I swear guys, I'm about to punch him. He said, don't worry, I'm gonna support you. Don't worry, I'm gonna be there. And don't worry, I'm gonna do this mukbang with you. Anyways. He flinched. Anyways. I'm so mad at him right now. Also, I'm sorry, my camera like told me it reached like the maximum recording, and I was like, what? Anyways. So I go and or he goes somewhere, and I'm still crying, whatever. And then Michael's asking me like, hey, you need to calm down, whatever. And then he's like, do you want some water? Because after I calmed down, he was like, do you want some water? And I was like, yeah. Literally, like, perfect timing. Malachi just comes, like, Michael is about to like get up to go get me water. Malachi, my son, he just comes around the corner with a water bottle. And I was just like, oh. And then I looked at Michael. I was like, did you tell him to go get water? And he's like, no. And so I was like, oh, thanks. And then, you know, how I was telling you guys, he doesn't speak yet or whatever. So he was mimicking, like you gotta drink it, mom. Like, you gotta, he went like this. He was like, and I was like, oh, okay. So I was like, you know, just still crying, but now it's like happy tears, because like, you know, my son loves me and he cares about me. And he literally pushed like the water bottle towards like my face, because I was already holding it, and he was like pushing it towards my mouth, and I was like, oh, okay. And then he was like tilting it like, okay, you gotta drink. And so I was like, okay. So I took a couple of gulps and gave it back to him. He disappears again. And I was like, okay, I'm thinking he's, you know, going to go put it back or whatever. And then, you know, me and Michael start talking, just like, oh wow, that was super sweet, like, you know, we're raising our kids right and stuff like that. And I was like, yeah, he's just so sweet. Malachi literally runs around the corner again, and he has my phone, and I'm like, what? And then he's just like telling me like, here mom, here's your phone, and open it, like you play with it, because it makes me happy. So I calm down whenever I drink water and play on my tablet. And so he was telling me like, hey, play on your phone, stop crying. And I was like, okay. And it was just like the sweetest thing. And then I asked him for a hug and kisses, and I asked my daughter, and they obviously gave them to me, and just made me cry. But I was happy, because I know I'm very blessed with everything. But I had a follow-up this past Monday, honestly I can't remember, or maybe it was Tuesday. I think it was Tuesday, I'm not sure. Anyways, so anyhow, I had a follow-up, and you know, I thought I was like starting to feel better and stuff, but then like I actually didn't know that I had this follow-up or like this doctor's appointment, because I didn't make it. And I just honestly, I was like, okay, I don't know, I was just like, okay, the surgery happened, cool, I just go about my life now. But they actually, you know, obviously they need to follow up and make sure that everything's good, I'm not still bleeding, and blah blah blah. And so I saw this like text message like, hey, confirm your appointment. I was like, appointment, what? Okay, so I confirmed it, went, and I thought it was okay, but then I started having like flashbacks of like the ultrasound and what happened, and I started to have like honestly like PTSD of just like, oh, and I just felt so uncomfortable going to the OB office again. It was just like, I didn't want to replay it, even though I already know that everything had happened and stuff. It's just like a really like disheartening feeling, and just like your stomach is sinking, and it just didn't feel good. And so but the good thing about it is like the doctor that I met, she's super super sweet, and honestly I love her. They also offered me a genetic testing, so we're gonna hopefully, I think by next week or the week after, I don't know, they said that, you know, they'll see like maybe there's something wrong or whatever, which they can fix or whatever, you know, like at least we'll know. So maybe why I'm having miscarriages and stuff like that, and it's like every other and stuff. And so but she's like, I'm sorry, but we don't have your genetic stuff yet, so we'll, you know, come back to it later. But right now, you know, like, how are you? Like, and she gave me a hug at the end. And it was just honestly like, because I thought it would be inappropriate to give like doctors hugs and stuff, because, you know, you're in like a professional type of setting, you're like the patient, they're the doctor, I don't know. But she's like, no, I'm a hugger, and she gave me a hug, and it was just so sweet. But during the appointment, you know, she was just kind of talking to me, and I was just like, you know, I feel like I'm okay right now, but at the same time, like I'm still thinking about stuff, and she's like, and that's totally okay. And she just validated all my feelings, because another thing that really hurt and that is still kind of hard for me right now is like, and I know that my mom and my dad will probably not watch this, but my mom and my dad, like everybody in my life that cares and loves me and stuff, they're like, even the doctors are like, it's not your fault. Like, there's a number of reasons that, you know, this could have happened. None of it's your fault. Like, you don't know. It just wasn't the right time or whatever. But my mom and my dad, they're like, oh, it's because you did X, or oh, it's because you did this, oh, it's because you did that. And it's just like, no. And trying to have that conversation with them really sucks, because like they still think like, oh, the reason why this happened is because of this, oh, the reason why that happened is because of that, so you shouldn't have probably done that. And it just feels like they're blaming me, and I just, it's like, it just honestly sucks. And so I was talking to my doctor about it, and she's like, that is not okay, because she is like, that's crappy, why are they saying that, that's not okay, like, you know. And she was just like, and I'm like, yeah. And she's like, I'm sorry. And I'm like, it's okay. And she's like, no, it's not okay. Like, it's not okay that your parents are doing that. That's not what. Anyways, and I felt, I don't know, I just really, really love that she's like, no, it's not okay for your parents to say that it's your fault. Like, it's not. And just, she is telling me how to just, you know, if they start talking about it may just, like, maybe right now just take a step back from them, which after the surgery and everything, I actually told my sister to call, and like when I found out and everything, I told my sister to call my mom and my dad and stuff for me, because I already had an inkling and like a feeling that they were going to try and like blame me or something. So I was just like, hey, can you do me a favor and just like talk to mom and dad for me, because yeah. And honestly, I appreciate her, because like I just hit the mic, I'm so sorry, but like honestly, I appreciate her so much, because like she was the one that was like the messenger, and like they would always call her and they wouldn't call me. So I was like kind of like, you know, getting more into like a level-headed space type of thing. And so, excuse me, sorry, I burped. I'm just so appreciative for my sister for that. Like, honestly, it gave me like a certain amount of time to kind of like recover, like mentally, obviously also physically, but just like it just felt like a little bit of a burden off my shoulder because I just knew that my parents were going to try and like blame me or something. So that's that. But I told Michael's mom and dad. They actually didn't even know that I was going to be pregnant or like we're trying or anything like that. And I was going to send them like a late Christmas gift, and I made them some mugs and stuff like that. And then after I found out, I was like, dang, like that sucks. And so I told my husband, I was like, hey, can you just call your mom and dad and just tell them that I love them and I just miss them and whatever. And then they answered, and my husband comes upstairs and he's like, hey, they want to talk to you. And I was like, okay. And I was like, hey. And they're like, hey, are you okay? How are you doing? How are you holding up? And like, I just broke down crying. I was like, I miss you guys. I love you guys. I wish you guys were here. I wish I was there so you guys could give me a hug and just hold me, because like you guys don't understand. Like honestly, like they are like the parents that I wish I like grew up with, because like they love me as a daughter-in-law like as if I'm their own, and that's just amazing. Like I cannot put the words together, but they're just amazing people and I love them so dearly. They're so dear to my heart. Like I just love them so much. They literally, guys, like after I broke down and cried and I talked to them and everything, they're like, it's okay, it's not your fault, you didn't do anything wrong, we're here, we love you, whatever you need, you just call us. And I was just like, oh my gosh. And like, I was crying. And then literally mom, I call his parents mom and papa or dad, but so mom was just like, because after I had the whole crying fest, I was just like, okay. And then we were just like kind of like, okay, so how are you now, like what are you doing, what are you up to, whatever. And they literally just took me shopping with them. Like mom was like, oh, we're at the pharmacy right now, we're picking up my medicine, I had strep, I got this, or I got sick because of that, I think it's my allergies. And it's just like went on this whole thing, and I was just like, oh, what the heck. And then we just started talking like it was like a normal freaking day. And then they took they're like, oh yeah, we're also gonna stop by like Mart, which is when we went to Oregon. Malachi had his 3rd birthday there, and Michael and his mom went to go to Mart to buy like some toys and stuff for Malachi, and like a little bit for Mace, so Mace wouldn't get like a little jealous. Anyhow, but so besides that, it was just so nice, because she's like, oh yeah, we're shopping for stuff for dad, and like I don't know, dad's also looking for some things. And then she'd be like, oh, he's looking at some jackets, oh, he's looking at some other stuff, oh, look at this, look at that. And it's just like honestly distracted me from all the hard stuff I was going through, and that's honestly what I needed. It's just amazing, and I just love them. They give me peace, whenever I can't find it in like my parents, if that makes sense. Like they're just amazing, and I'm so happy that my husband is my husband, because I got to have like a second set of parents that truly love me. But yeah, I'm sorry, I just realized I haven't been eating anything. I know like the beginning I was eating, but now I'm like, honestly, after talking about this, and my husband's asleep. Yeah, he's gone, guys. Anyways, after just like talking about this, and just I feel like a sense of like relief. It just feels good. I feel better. Also though, I wanted to mention there's this app that I really like, and it's been helping me besides like my therapy that I've been doing. It's like an app that helps you like kind of like find yourself, or like kind of know who you are, or like hone in on like, oh, like that's you kind of thing. And you are the protagonist, like you are your own story, you pick the choices and stuff. And it's so cool because they use psychology and like therapy type thing to like bring out stuff, and then you're just like, whoa, and you gotta like kind of like dive deep with your feelings and things and whatever. And it's just really cool, and I really like the music, the background music, or not background, is because like the it's a dream, or a dream. It's the, how do I explain this without, I don't think I'm gonna give it all away, but like, it's basically an app where you jump into this world, like this kind of like unknown world, and then you kind of like go through and you're playing yourself, and you choose these different options and stuff like that, and it's just, honestly, it's amazing. And they have like, so at the first dream, or like the prologue that you're doing, the beginning, they have just like wind, and just like whenever something intense happens, like the music intensifies, and like it's so cool. It almost like immerses you, even though you're just reading. It's amazing. But the app, I'll like leave it here, like a picture or whatever. It's on both iOS and Android. It's called Betwixt, I think, or yeah, Betwixt, Betwixt, I think. But I joined their Discord, and they're like always like, you know, like the creators and founders are always like talking on there, sharing stuff. They're on TikTok and stuff like that too. But honestly, I recommend you guys just go download it and just play, even if it's for fun. Like you get power-ups, you get powers, like kind of like describes like what kind of person you are. And honestly, the powers that I've gotten so far are pretty spot on, at least in my opinion. But actually, not in my opinion, yes, in my opinion, but also when I forced my husband to download it, he also, because we are kind of similar in mindset and stuff, and he got the first dream that he played, he got the same power up as me, and I was like, oh, what? And so we are similar in like personality or like mindsets, and so I thought that was kind of cool. He hasn't played the second dream yet, so I'm kind of curious as to see if he will get a certain power, because he is not like, when I read the power, it doesn't really sound like him. Like, it really does sound like me, but I don't think I don't know, he might get it, he might not, but I just think it's pretty cool. So it's something that you could do with your significant other, boyfriend, girlfriend, your parents. Like, I think it'd be cool. So, but this is like a 45 or hour long video. I am so sorry. It was a lot. I had a lot to say and a lot to express, but I appreciate you guys watching. If you guys stayed this far, thank you so much to all my like 149 followers or subscribers. I think I have 149. I don't know, maybe 150. Anyways, but that wraps it up. I just appreciate you guys, and I appreciate like my day oneers and the ones that just been with me. And when you guys comment and just say encouraging things, it honestly makes my heart so full, and it really encourages me to put out more content. But I think after this, I feel better. I'm going to just release everything, you know. Also, I cut my hair. Sorry, I know I said I was gonna end the video, but cut my hair. I also did my nails, my own nails. You'll see a video later when I like decided to cut my hair. This was when I was like going through, you know, everything. I was like, I need change, I need something, I literally like rearranged the house. Like, guys, I was like, yeah, I really needed like a break, like from social media and everything. So, but anyhow, I just appreciate you guys being here, and you guys rock. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have a good day or night or afternoon, wherever it is. Okay, love you. Bye.